Let's begin on our backs. You can keep your knees bent or straighten them, but walk your rib cage away from your pelvis to lengthen your spine and then lengthen your neck. Turn your palms up. Inhale. Belly expands up like a balloon. Ribs widen, and then the collarbones rise towards your face. As you exhale with a ha sound, like you're fogging up a mirror, everything collapses down. The waistline cinches up, and the belly pulls towards the navel. Inhale, 3-part breath. And as you do the ha, close the lips, so you can still hear the breath, as if you were doing a ha sound. Cinches up the abdominals. This is the Ujjayi breath of yoga, and we're going to practice that throughout this entire time, except during Dead Man's Pose. You even feel your back broaden on the inhale. Ribs close down, belly cinches up. Try to get the rib cage as big as you possibly can, and then exhale, squeeze it down as tight as you can, using the diaphragm muscle under the lungs. Bring your chin towards your Adam's apple, and you're going to rise up. Very straight spine. You're just going to be hinging from your hip joint. As you exhale, you're going to hinge back. Inhale. Exhale, reach to your left. Inhale back. Exhale right. This time when you go to the left, bring the left arm back with it. Inhale. Exhale right, and bring the right arm back. Inhale. Exhale left arm. And then sitting up, you're going to come onto your belly. Spread your toes and fingers, hands about 6 inches out in front of your shoulders, elbows in tight, belly up, pubic bone down, and then you're going to rise up, pressing through your hands and using your spine. Kind of a 50-50. Lower down, reach your ribs away from your hips. Inhale as you rise. Belly up, pubic bone down before you begin any of these movements. Shoulder blades slide down your back. As you lower down, low ribs moving away from hips, mid ribs moving up and away from low ribs, upper ribs reaching away from mid ribs. Arms come back to the boat. Forehead touches. Legs squeeze together and lift. Lifting your shoulders. Forehead down. About 10% of your head weight is resting. Belly up, pubic bone down. Take some pressure off the back. Breathe like you mean it. Breathe the ribs wide into the arms. Make sure both halves of the back are contracting equally. If they're not, shift it. Hands under shoulders. Press into an upward dog. Curl the toes under, then flatten them. Lower the hips and shift your heart forward. Bend your elbows, unlock them. Toes and fingers spread, belly in. Knees down. Press back. Curl the toes under. Press your hips towards your ankles. Stretching the bottoms of your feet. And then relax to standing, to a straddle position. Feet turned in slightly unless it hurts your back. Hinge forward, interlace at the base of your skull. And just let the weight of your arms help your neck move into traction. So you're not pulling on your head. You're just weighting your head. Shift your hips to the left. Shift your hips to the right. Hands come down. Walk your feet apart a little more. Bend your knees. Roll up through your spine. Left elbow under right. Palms together. Hinge forward again. Flat back. Lift your tailbone. Shift your weight into the balls of your feet or the front parts of your feet. Unlock your knees. Drop your head. Squeeze your inner elbows together. Ujjayi breathing. Watch your back fill and widen and broaden. Shift your hips to the left, to the right. Bend your knees. Roll up through your spine, inhaling. Switch. So right elbow underneath left. Flat back, hinge forward. Tail up. Shift your hips to the left. Unlock your knees. Weight comes forward. Drop your head. Shift your hips to the right. Roll to the outer edges of your feet. Ujjayi. Bend your knees. Roll up through your spine, inhaling. Now turn your feet out. Interlace behind your back, flat back, coming down again. Drop your head. Lift your hands away from your waistline. Ujjayi. Tail up. Unlock your knees. No gripping with the toes, so float the toes. Make your breaths as long as possible. Drop your hands to the floor, bend your knees, roll up through your spine, inhaling. Walk your feet together for a mountain pose. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Draw your navel in and up. Toes point down, or the tail points down. Broaden your back, shoulders up, back, and down. Retract your head back on top of your spine. Gently, softly, so there's no jamming at the back of the neck. Then pick up your right foot. Hand comes to the arch. Must be on the inside of the foot. Knees together. belly in. Other arm reaches forward. Make a blade. Spread your toes. Now move your right knee to the back just an inch or two until you feel the quad and the hip flexors go on a stretch. Trying to bring the knees together and the right one slightly back. Now, keeping your balance, you're going to bring the foot through, opposite hand to the outer edge of your foot, and reach it forward. Stay tall in the mountain pose. The knee may or may not go straight. Right arm reaches back. Look to your backhand. Release. Other side. Build your mountain. Big toes together. Heels slightly apart. Navel in and up. Broaden the back. Shoulders up, back, and down with a broad back. Low ribs knit together and down like you're putting your low ribs into your pocket. And then gently move the head back. Hand comes to the inside. Other arm up. Let the shoulder roll out. Square your pelvis to the front. Gripping with the toes, lift and float them. Spread them wide. Ujjayi. Move the knee slightly back. Because your balance is in the abs. It's in this area of your body. That's where your center of gravity is. So wiggling your foot is going to help make your foot like a rock and control your balance from the core. Bring the foot around with balance, opposite hand to outer edge of the foot. Send it forward. Try to knee and your toes pointing up. Unlock your standing knee. No gripping with toes. Eventually look towards your back hand. You want this rotation to happen in the upper back. Release. Come down. All the way down. Right knee on top of left. Drop your knees all the way to the right until your left knee has full contact with the floor. Left arm up, stack shoulders, and then let it open. Lengthen the back of your neck. Float your left arm into a Y, and then overhead, and then back. Just hang out wherever you feel the stretch best. To intensify, you straighten the elbow, intensify more, bend the wrist back. Even more, spread the fingers. Ujjayi still. Get fascinated with your ribs, their movement, the filling of your lungs from the bottom to the top. How do your lungs empty? The contraction of the abs on the exhale. Using the abdominal wall, slowly lift the legs. Switch. Left knee on top, drop left. Just roll with it until the knee touches. Right arm up and open. Keep the knee on the floor. That's going to be important for the IT band on top. Lengthen your neck and float the right arm. So the right shoulder never touches, the right arm never touches the ground. If it does, roll the top hip forward more until you get it off the ground. Ujjayi. Get fascinated with your breath. Start to play with your breath. Inhale 5, exhale 5. Then try to inhale 7 and exhale 7. You can even suspend the breath at the top and at the bottom. Using the abdominal wall, slowly, slowly, slowly lift the legs. Go as slow as you want on that. Bring your heels towards the corners of your mat. Palms up. Natural breathing, no more ujjayi. Drop your jaw. Release around your eyes and mouth. Cheeks drop. Throat softens. Shoulders let go, down your arms all the way to your fingertips. Drop your jaw again. Tongue widens. Throat softens. Heart opens. Hips let go. Thighs go soft. Knees float. Calves relax. Soles of the feet surrender. Gather up all your thoughts about the past. Set them on a cloud. Let them float away. Gather up all your thoughts about the future. Set them on a cloud. Let them float away. They'll come back later. If you want. Affirm the past does not exist. The future does not exist. Only this moment in time is real. So be here. Move into the senses. Feel the temperature of the area, the hardness of the floor. And then shift from the senses to inner awareness. Follow your breath inside yourself. wiggling your fingers and toes. Take a deep inhale, reach above your head, stretch. Exhale, roll to your right in a fetal position, resting. Slowly push yourself up to a seated position that you like. Bring your hands in front of your heart and choose 3 blessings in your life and give thanks. As you exhale, lower your ego mind below your compassionate heart in reverence. Inhale as you rise, and namaste.